Hello, y'all. All right, so today I want to talk to you about antidepressants, SSRIs, SNRIs, and why they aren't really that helpful. Because I just recently added mental map testing and GI map testing to my all-inclusive coaching programs, and so I've been learning about how the testing can help people who may have gone to the doctor for their anxiety or depression, and they did lab work and they're like, oh, everything is fine, but they don't feel fine. So I just want to give you a little bit of rundown as to how these testings can help and why you should try a holistic approach to managing your anxiety or depression over taking these antidepressant drugs. Now, I had a case study from a lady who was 42 years old, suffered from hyperthyroidism, had been taking antidepressants for over 10 years, and she was suffering from symptoms of anxiousness, fatigue, depression with exhaustion, abdominal weight gain, headaches, night sweats, shakiness when meal is skipped. And keep in mind, she was taking her hyperthyroid medication as well as her antidepressant, and she was taking liothyronine, levothyroxine for her thyroid hyperthyroidism, and venlafaxine for her depression. And on top of that, she was also taking her zinc, magnesium, probiotics, vitamin D, and her fish oils. So they did a mental map on her, and they just basically saw the neurotransmitter imbalances for that. And I will show that to you now. And so one of the things that it showed was how depleted her serotonin, her GABA, her dopamine, her norepinephrine, her epinephrine, and those are her catecholamines, which are her excitatory neurotransmitters, the norepinephrine and epinephrine. The GABA and serotonin, those are her inhibitories. And so all these things are depleted. And considering the fact that she had been taking antidepressants for 10 years, most people would think, okay, so I'm taking antidepressants to keep my mood up. But if you've been taking it for 10 years, yes, when you first take it, yes, your neurotransmitters levels may go up, but over time it's going to go low, because the medication is not targeting the biosynthesis of the neurotransmitters. It's focusing on the reuptake. So it's making your body reuptake what's already being in motion, what's already out there. It's not making you form more. And so when you get into the neurotransmitters and the imbalance, you can help distinguish where the imbalances are coming from, and you can figure out like whether there's a underlying cause of inflammation, by looking at the PEA levels with the glutamate, as well as, and keep in mind now, artificial sweeteners and aspartame, I want to say like NutraSweet and Equal, when you thinking you like getting a healthier choice for your sugar and your coffee, it's actually doing more harm, because it can cause more inflammation than helping. So sometimes it's better to either just use regular sugar or just use honey or agave nectar. And this is why it is best when you're handling your mental health issues that you talk to somebody about not only your mindset psychologically, how you're doing, but also your nutritional intake, as well as your exercise, because your exercise can help balance those hormones too. And this is why I offer all-inclusive programs for individuals, like my MLP coaching program, Maximize Your Living Potential coaching program for anxiety and depression, and my Stress Alchemy coaching program for chronic stress and anxiety. because yes, it's easy for somebody to just go to therapy and get like a nice little talk and release and a game plan. But if you don't have anybody talking to you about your nutrition, about your exercising, make sure you do the right exercising, because if you have an underlying issue of inflammation, and if you're already under chronic stress, going in and doing this high interval exercises, I know I mentioned that in a previous health coach PSA, and doing all these high intensity things can make you feel worse, and it can trigger your inflammation, and it also breaks down your immune system. If you're taking immunosuppressant drugs, it can put even more stress on your body. And that's one of the reasons why I offer a detox cleanse in my all-inclusive coaching program, because it helps the body reset so it can be prepared to heal. A lot of times it's like trying to vacuum without cleaning the toys off the ground of your floor. So this is why it's so important to have a cleanse. Now, I just think this is really important, because there are people who have been on anti-anxiety medication, anti-depression medication for years, during their decades, and they're like, well, I tried therapy, I am on medication, I take my supplements, and as you saw, or as I told you, she was taking her zinc, her magnesium, her fish oils. But if you do a mental map test and a GI map test, that will let you know what you need as far as neurotransmitters, because if you have a certain imbalance, they'll let you know whether you need more GABA, or if you have high glutamate levels but low GABA, then that will let you know that you have a problem, because glutamate converts into GABA. So that lets you know that you have a problem in a conversion issue. So you don't need more GABA. You probably need more B6 in your diet or supplementation, so that you can have your body naturally produce more GABA, so that you won't need antidepressants. And this is why it's so much better to take a holistic approach than just taking antidepressants, because they're just like, we're just going to keep whatever emotion going. Whereas when you take a holistic approach, you're getting down to the root cause. Okay, what is this? Is it a psychological issue that's causing this imbalance? Or is it a dietary issue? Is it an environmental issue? Is it a toxicity, a metal toxicity issue? Because I have supplements that can help you detox those heavy metals, as well as in the cleanse, it'll help you detox as well. So I didn't want to take up too much time. I just wanted to throw this information out there because it's so important for people to know, because they could be taking this medication for years and having other issues and not even really know what the cause is, as to why they're not getting better, as to why other organ systems are failing. Because if you take antidepressants for too long, you can have the risk of having liver failure, kidney dysfunction, and the list goes on and on. And even sometimes the side effects for these things can be suicidal thoughts if it goes too high. And I believe I talked about serotonin syndrome in one of my other PSAs as well. If not, did I? I don't know. I probably did. But anywho, yes, it's very important to get to the root cause. Now, I have 2 coaching programs that I mentioned earlier, the Maximize Your Living Potential coaching program, and that is particularly for individuals who suffer from anxiety and depression, and that is an 8-month-long program, and that will give you testing 3 times, at the beginning, middle, and end, so you can see your progress and how the levels are doing during the protocols that I'll give you. And it's personalized for you, depending on what you need, okay? And now the stress, if you have just chronic stress and anxiety, that is where the Stress Alchemy coaching program comes in. And that one also has a testing in it, so we can figure out is it just psychological, or do you have an inflammation issue? If you have chronic issues, it can help you with that as well. So hope this helps. There's information in the description box for more information on these coaching programs, and I will be kicking off the first cohort of the year January 25th. So if you want to sign up now so you can save your spot, because space is limited. And I hope this helps.